Hi there, I'm going to share a chair yoga practice with you today. So I am stuck inside, as most of us are, around this country at least, and in some other parts of the world. So I thought we'd get a nice practice on the chair to connect to our body, to connect to our breath. So ideally, I don't know if you can see the whole chair in this video, but you want a chair without arms ideally, so that you have free range of movement. So get comfortable in your chair. Feel the soles of the feet on the floor. Sit with a tall spine, shoulders up and down your back. Let your hands rest on your lap. Maybe face down if you need a little bit more grounding today, and then face up if you need a little bit more receptivity. And we'll just take these first few minutes of practice to really settle into this space. So notice your feet on the floor. Notice your thighs and your buttocks in the chair. Perhaps you're tall enough that your back is flush to the back of the chair. Just feel your head just floating on top of your body and really arriving here in this space. Trying to let go of any worries, any to-do list, anything in the past, anything in the future. Just giving your body and your mind that break for the duration of this practice. And then just focus on your breath, in and out. In and out. So let's bring both of our hands to our belly. Next inhale, feel the belly rise, filling with breath. And on your next exhale, let the belly soften back into the body. 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale, belly fills. And exhale, belly softens. 1 more. And then we'll move our hands up to the rib cage, 1 on each side of the ribs. 3 full breaths here. Inhale, feel the ribs rise. And exhale, feel the ribs fall back. 2 more breaths. And you'll notice the sounds around you. I hear 2 dogs barking. So just notice the sounds around you in this video. Come back to your breath. And then move your hands up to your chest. 3 full breaths here. Inhale, filling your chest, your heart with breath. And exhale, soften. 2 more. And then hands gently come back down to the thighs, the knees. And if your eyes were closed, you can slowly open them. And we'll start with some gentle movement for the body. So we're going to inhale, bring the forehead up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, chin down towards the chest. And do that 2 more times with your breath, in your time. Always knowing that this is your practice, I'll be your guide, but do what feels good in your body. Next inhale brings the head back to center. Take a pause here, take a breath. Inhale and center, and then exhale. Bring the chin over to the right, maybe looking past the right shoulder. Stay for 3 breaths. Inhale back to center. And then exhale over to the left. Stay for 3 breaths. Maybe you look past the left shoulder, knowing you might be able to go a little bit further on one side than the other. No forcing, just allowing the body to move. Inhale back to center. And now we'll go back and forth with each breath 3 times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times on each side, your breath. In your timing. When your mind starts to wander, because it will, just notice your feet on the floor. Notice your body being held by the chair. Head comes back to center. Take a pause. Inhale and center, and exhale right ear towards right shoulder. Feel that beautiful stretch on the left side of the neck. You might stay here, or you might lift that left arm. Notice how that changes the stretch a bit. If that's too much, just gently bring the left hand back to the lap. Big breaths in and out through the nose if that's accessible to you. If not, you're welcome to exhale through the mouth. If the left hand's lifted, let's bring it back onto the lap. Inhale, slowly bring the head back to center. Take a full breath here. And then exhale, left ear to left shoulder. This might feel just right. Feeling that beautiful stretch in the right side of the neck. Or to deepen the stretch, you can lift the right arm up. 3 full breaths. Eyes can be open or closed. If the right hand's lifted, let's bring the right hand back down, and then slowly inhale the head back up. Take a pause. Inhale and center, and then exhale. Just slowly circle the head around. You can start in whichever direction feels best for you. You might feel and hear some cracking and popping. As long as there's no sharp shooting pain, continue with the movement. You can go slow. Maybe you speed up if you think that would feel good for you. So let's release all that tension and tightness that's held in the neck. A lot of stress going on right now in the world. Let's do 1 more in this direction. And when head comes to center, take a pause. Notice if you feel any difference. And then next exhale, go in the opposite direction. Maybe this side you find a little bit easier to move around, maybe not. And just go with your breath, releasing tension, releasing tightness. Again, feeling your feet on the mat, your bottom in the chair. Let's do 1 more. And then coming back to center, take a pause, take a breath. And then we'll move to the shoulders. That's another area where I hold a lot of tension. Most often people do. So we're going to inhale, bring the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, just let them fall. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale down the back. So arms can stay down by your sides if that feels good, or you might bring the arms up, hands up off the body. Just notice if that feels any different. One more in this direction. Let the arms hang for a breath. We'll go in the opposite direction. Inhaling, shoulders up towards the ears. Exhaling down towards the chest. So releasing that tension in the shoulders. You might want to relax the face and the jaw. Sometimes when tension leaves one part of the body, it tries to hang out in another part. One more in this direction. And then pause. So you can grab wrists or opposite elbows. We're going to inhale, bring the arms overhead. Feel that nice stretch in the sides of the body. And then exhale, bring those arms back down, resting on the belly. Inhale, reach up, and then exhale, down. One more. We're going to keep the hands where they are, either on the wrists or the elbows. Inhale. Bring the arms overhead and exhale down the right side over the belly, and then inhale up the left. So our feet are our anchor here, and our bottom in the chair. Slowly moving the shoulders around. If there's any pain whatsoever, you can just sit and breathe here in the chair with a tall spine. Let's do one more in this direction. And the next time the elbows are down by the hips, take a pause. And then go in the opposite direction, inhaling up the right side over the head and exhaling down the left side and then back over the belly. Hopefully you're feeling a nice release in the shoulders. Lubricating that ball and socket joint in the shoulders. Let's do one more. Next time elbows come down by the hips, we'll release the hands. You can shake them out. And then we're going to reach that right arm out in front of us. So right palm faces to the left. And then we're going to just guide the right arm across the body using the left hand, maybe up towards the shoulder, maybe down more towards the wrist. So just getting a nice opening here. So we're still pressing down through the feet, through the bottom. You can stay here, and maybe you turn past the right shoulder for a little bit of a twist. Soften anything that can soften. One more full deep breath here. Really trying to release tension from the body. If your head is turned to the right, let's bring that back to center first, and then right arm comes back. Take a breath here. Let the hands rest on the lap. Now inhale, reach that left arm out. Left palm points to the right, and we'll gently guide the left arm across the body. Right hand can be up by the shoulder, maybe down more towards the forearm or the wrist. Just getting a nice stretch in that left shoulder, sitting up tall. You can stay here with head at center, or you can turn just towards the left a bit, getting a little bit more of a twist. 3 full breaths here. Really Listen to the sound of your breath if your mind continues to wander. Find that anchor to stay present in body and breath. Inhale, head back to center if it was turned to the left. And then release that left arm. We'll shake out the arms again. And then we're going to inhale, lift the arms out in front, palms face down, and then just point and flex through the hands. And then we'll circle through the wrists. You can keep the palms open or you can make fists. You might see what feels best for you. I like open hands best. Pause with the palms face up. Feel that strength in the arms. And then go in the opposite direction. So we might have been on electronics more, using our hands a little bit more, so giving the hands a little love. And then we'll bring the hands down to rest on the lap. You are not going to be able to see my legs here, but just listen to my voice and I'll guide you through. We're going to extend that right leg out. So the right heel is on the mat and we're going to just flex those right toes so they come up towards the body. So we're breathing into the back of that right leg. You might stay here or you might come down to rest on the left knee. Maybe you glide your hands down the right leg to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Maybe the fingers touch the right toes. Wherever you are, breathing into the back of that right leg or wherever you feel this pose. Inhale, come up. If you're bowed forward, slowly come up using that left foot in the bottom to anchor as you come up. Come up slow. And then rebend that right knee, bring the sole of the right foot on the mat, come back to a tall spine. Next exhale, extend that left leg down, point the left toes, and breathe into the back of the left leg. So you might stay here. This might feel just right. Maybe you come just to kind of lean on that right knee. You'll feel a difference in the back of the left leg. And then maybe you come all the way down that left leg. Maybe you stop at the thigh, maybe the knee, maybe the hands reach the left toes. Use that right foot and buttocks as your anchor. 3 full breaths here. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the left leg. Listen to the sound of your breath if your mind has started to wander. Next, inhale, slowly come up, right foot, buttocks is the anchor to slowly bring the body back up. Once the spine is straight, rebend that left knee, left foot comes to the mat, come back. So we'll come back to our mountain pose. So feet are firmly planted on the floor. Arms down by our sides, palms face out, tall spine. Take a few breaths here, eyes open or closed. Just feel grounded. Feel held by the earth. And then we'll release the hands back to the knees. So we're going to inhale, lift that right leg up. I'm going to scoot back just a bit so maybe you can see. So that right leg is lifted. Okay, you're welcome to use your hands behind that right thigh. Maybe you bring the hands to the side of the chair. Maybe you lift the arms. So just lifting that right leg. You might feel a little shake, breathing here, strengthening that leg. And then exhale, bring the right leg down. Inhale, lift the left leg. Again, you might use the hands underneath the thigh to help you here. Maybe you hold the side of the chair. Maybe arms come out to the sides. Breathing here, strengthening that left leg. Left foot is flexed. then exhale, rebend the left knee, left foot comes onto the ground. We're gonna inhale, lift that right leg up again, and we're gonna circle the ankles. So you can't see, but we're just lifting the right leg up, circling the ankles. And then go in the opposite direction. Close the door, my dog tried to come in. And then we'll stop the circling and we're gonna point and flex to the back of that, the back of that right leg. Just feeling that movement in the leg. Maybe you've been sitting a lot at your computer, watching the news, working, whatever. So just moving that leg. And then we'll bring that right foot back down, come back to a straight spine. And then inhale, lifting the left leg, and then circling the left ankle in one direction. And then in the opposite direction. And then we'll point and flex. And then we'll slowly bring that left foot back onto the mat. And then we're gonna come back to our mountain pose. Take a few breaths here. Notice if you feel any differently since you started this movement, since you started this commitment to being with body, with breath. Now we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up. Palms might touch, they might not. And then exhale, bring the arms back down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Feel that stretch in the sides of the body. And then exhale, arms back down. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Right hand is going to grab the left wrist and we're going to side stretch over to the right. So both feet are planted. We're feeling that nice stretch in the left side of the body. Inhale back to center. Reach both arms back up towards the ceiling. Maybe you'll look up if that's okay for your neck. And then left hand grabs right wrist and then we come over now to the left side. So we're having our feet anchored on the floor. We're feeling that beautiful stretch now in the right side body. One more breath here. Inhale back up, release the grasp of the hands, reach the fingers up, maybe look up. And then exhale, hands come to the lap. So we're going to do a little movement for the spine, so seated cat-cows. Hands can come to the knees or the thighs. We're going to inhale, reach the chest, reach the chin up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, round through the spine, chin comes in towards the chest. Inhale, open. And exhale, turning inward. So just go at your own pace. A few more times. Eyes can be open or closed. Notice if you can soften the face or the jaw. Feel your body supported by the feet, the chair. Let's do one more. And then slowly roll up the spine. And then take a pause here. So now we're going to get into the hips a little bit. So you might need to come up onto the edge of the chair, and we're going to bring the knees out wide. So just as far as feels good for you. Okay, the toes are going to point out to the opposite sides of the wall. Okay, we're going to inhale here and then exhale, bring that right shoulder into center. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, left shoulder in towards the center. Inhale back, and then exhale. And then just slowly go back and forth at your own pace. sounds going around in this video, wherever you're doing this practice. Last one. And then slowly come back to center. And then we'll do some hip circles. So you can keep the knees out wide, or you can bring the knees back with the knees stacked over the ankles. So whatever feels best for you. I'm gonna keep my knees out wide. We're just gonna slowly circle around. On the inhale, the chest comes forward. And on the exhale, you circle to one side back, and then inhale up front. Slowly moving around. Let's do one more in this direction. Next time you come to center, find a straight spine. Take a breath here. And then go in the opposite direction. Just really getting into those hips here. Moving the body. Again, eyes can be open or closed. So it feels best for you. Let's do one more in this direction. Come back up to center. If the knees are out wide, let's heel toe, back to center. Take a breath here. Now we're gonna do some half sun salutations. So we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up. We're gonna exhale, find a forward fold. So you can have forearms on the knees with the head down, or maybe you reach the hands down onto the floor. We're going to inhale, lift up halfway, open through the chest, and then exhale forward. Press down through the feet as you reach the arms up and alongside the ears. Palms might come together, and exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Open the chest, exhale forward. Press down to the feet as you inhale, reach the arms up, palms touch. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do one more. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, root to rise, reach those arms up. And then palms come together and then down through the heart. Take a breath here. So let's keep those palms together, really pressing the palms together. And we're gonna exhale, twist to the right. So we're gonna bring those palms over to the right. So the feet stay on the floor. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, twist over to the left. Let's do that 2 more times on each side with your breath, your timing. Inhale to center, exhale to the side. After that third one, hands rest on the lap. And take a breath here. Notice if you feel any different. Smile. It feels good to smile, knowing that you're taking care of your body. You're taking some time out to tend to yourself. So we're going to bring that right leg out to the side. I'm going to come onto the edge of the chair so the left knee stays where it is. Right leg comes to the side. So right foot might point out to the right, or you might bring the right toes to point in front. Okay, so towards the wall or in front. We're going to bring that right arm down the right leg, and we're going to inhale, reach that left arm up. So gate pose here. Feeling that beautiful stretch in the left side. We're going to inhale, come back to center. We're going to switch so the right knee comes under the right foot. And we're going to bring that left leg out to the side. So toes can point to the left, or you can point the toes to the front. So the left toes would be pointing the same way as the right knee. So see what feels better for you. We're going to bring that left arm down the left leg, and we're going to inhale, reach that right arm up and over. So our anchor here is our right foot and our left foot. Of course, the chair. And we're really reaching that right arm over towards the left, breathing into the right side body. Gaze can be in front, down to the left foot, or maybe even up towards the right hand. One more breath here. Just inhale, press down to the feet, reach that arm up. And then bring the right hand back to the knee, and then bring the left leg back. See how you feel. And then come forward to a forward fold. So you might have the hands, or the forearms rather, resting on the knees. Maybe you let the head bow down for a few breaths. Maybe the torso can come onto the knees and you wrap your arms around your thighs and let your forehead rest in a childlike pose. So wherever you are, breathing. If your arms are hugging the thighs, let's slowly bring the hands up to the knees. We'll all meet here, and then we're going to slowly roll up through the spine. Head comes up last. Take a breath or two here. Just notice how you feel. Sitting with a tall spine, shoulders down your back. Just following the breath in and out. And we're going to inhale, hug the right knee into the chest. If that's too much, you can keep that right foot down. Just bring the toes onto the floor. So pressing down through that left foot. You might stay here, you might open that right knee out to the side. Right foot is flexed. Breathing here. Bring that right knee back to center if it was out to the side. And then if you can, bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And if that's too much, you can bring that right ankle, or right heel rather, on top of the left ankle. So you might stay up here, or you might fold forward a bit, getting into that right hip. So whichever option you've chosen, just opening that right hip here. If you're bowed forward, inhale, slowly bring the head back up, and then release the right foot back to the ground. Inhale, hug the left knee in. So if that's too much, you can just put the left toes on the mat and lift that left heel up. Really using that right foot to anchor you. This might be enough, or you might open that left knee out to the side, keeping that left foot flexed. Right foot is your anchor, right hand on the right thigh, breathing here. Inhale back to center. So you can bring the left heel to the top of the right ankle, or maybe the left heel comes to the top of that right thigh or knee. You might stay upright or you might fold forward. So getting into that left hip. Whichever option you've chosen, let's take 3 full breaths. If you're bowed forward, press into that right foot and slowly roll yourself up. And then you can release that left foot back down onto the mat wherever it was. Take a few breaths here. And then we'll end our practice in a Shavasana-like position. So I like to let the entire weight of my body be held by the chair. I like to just let my feet relax. And you can keep your head up or you can bow your head forward. So just taking these last few minutes to let our body absorb all of that goodness that we just provided to it on a deep cellular level. Let it soak in, erasing and washing away some of the stress that we're all feeling right now. So again, remember that your body is held by the chair. And slow, steady breaths in and out through the nose, or whatever feels comfortable for you. Just letting your entire body relax into the chair. And slowly start to deepen your breath. If your head is bowed forward, slowly bring it back up. Make some gentle movement. You might wiggle fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Come back to a straight spine. Hands come to the heart. Thank yourself for taking the time to bring yourself into movement. And I thank you for allowing me to share this practice with you. From my heart to yours, namaste.